What is up, guys? Welcome back to Punk Rock Radar, and today we are reacting to another Discord top 10. Today's we got Fleeting Chaos's top 10 punk records of all time in order. They are in order. So number one is going to be the best. I think I numbered them. Hopefully you got them correct, John. But
I don't know.
I think you did because today we've got Hudson Valley hardcore legend Lewis in the building. We've got owner of the channel, Mr. Punk Rock Radar John, and we've got Screeching Bottle Rocket, aka Dylan from DyingScene.com, and we are all going to be here today to react to Fleeting Chaos, who we don't really know. I think he showed up just to post this in the Discord's top 10, but that's totally fine. We asked people to do it. So we're going to check out Fleeting Chaos's top 10 and judge it based on whatever arbitrary measures we want to define his score as. So, and yeah, I guess we'll get into it.
Let's do it.
First album, Guttermouth, Friendly People. Second full length, right?
Yeah. I think a lot of people really like this one, especially like early Guttermouth. This seems to be a lot of people's favorite. I don't know if this would be, and not even, I don't think Guttermouth would reach my top 20. I like Guttermouth, but
I was just looking at the track list. I mean, this is a pretty good record. I mean, PC is very funny
PC
song.
Is good,
Asshole's obviously the best song on this record, I think, or at least the most classic out of this record, probably. Yeah, this is a good Guttermouth record. I would definitely not even be my top Guttermouth record, though. But it's awesome.
Yeah, Jamie's Petting Zoo.
Top
it's got
five,
some good
maybe
stuff
top 6. I don't know.
Yeah, PC is definitely. I think PC is the standout in my mind always when I listen to this one.
I think Teriyaki Moto slightly better than this.
I agree.
Yeah, Teriyaki Moto is definitely better.
Yeah.
I have a question for you guys. Is it a black flag tattoo on the one doll? Do we know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a black flag. It looks like a black flag tattoo, definitely.
I never noticed it until I have this like full screen over here.
Oh,
I've never seen it.
Yeah, there we go.
I mean, it's arranged just like a black flag tattoo. So
yeah, I just never saw it until now. I've never like fully dived. This album cover kind of creeps me out, so I never really.
Yeah, it's a great album cover. I'll say that. Early Guttermouth album covers kind of rule.
What's it called? This is a good start to this list, though. I mean, we've had a lot of bad stinkers on these reactions, and sometimes they piss me off so bad I want to dye my hair blue, get a nose ring, and move to San Francisco. But let's move on to the second pick out of his.
There's a few other lines from that song you can't really say on YouTube.
All right, so number 9. We've got Life Won't Wait by Rancid. So this guy is fully in the opinion that this is Rancid's magnum opus record. And in his top 10. I
am sick of seeing this and talking about this, so I'll abstain from comment.
Yeah, you don't even like this one, really, right?
Not really. No, it's fine, but not worth seeking out.
I think it's cool. I think like I said, I think we've said it before. It's too long. I think it needs to drop like if it dropped down to like 18, 17 songs, I think it'd be better. You probably get rid of a little bit of the B-side and you'd have a more solid record. But I think it's a really cool experimental. Like I think Lewis said Hoover Street, one of my favorite songs as well by Rancid's on here. Hooligans, awesome song. The final track, Coppers, one of my favorite Rancid songs as well. So it's a good one.
Horizon Oro kind of sucks, but I'm glad it exists. Well, I like the NOFX version.
The NOFX version is amazing. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So that was my point. Is like the version of this is like whatever, but I like the NOFX cover. But I like this album obviously too. I mean, it's a good record. I agree with everything you said. It's way too long. I think no Rancid record should be longer than 14 tracks, and they're always like 17 or more usually.
This one also the songs are longer too. Like I think this is an hour and 4-minute Rancid album, which I get they're going for like this big. Like experimental record, but yeah, it's definitely too long. I like Dior, whatever. How he sings is super funny to me.
Yeah, I kind of like both versions too. But so far, Fleeting Chaos, I think he's got like I would say Friendly People is a B tier Guttermouth, and this is probably a B tier Rancid for me so far. So I think good bands. So far, I'm not seeing eye to eye on the records personally. That's where I'm at.
I'd say A tier for the Guttermouth pick. It's a little harsh.
All right, A tier for friendly people, but I think Dylan will like this next
Yeah,
one.
Dylan, this one's for you. Why
Is
don't-
it Weasel? Okay, there we go.
There you go.
This is one of my top 10 favorite punk albums
Really?
of all time. Yes, it is.
Damn.
Wow.
I can do
Uh,
that.
You gotta beat him down.
Master Celebrator.
Yeah, Master Celebrator.
In a Moment is a great song.
Is the one about like exercise on this album?
It's your top
sure, I'm
10,
just like-
man.
I'm just looking at the ones that I've got marked with a little check mark on Spotify. So.
Yeah. I don't know too much about this record,
Perfection is the song.
I probably listened to this album one time,
Yeah.
so I'm not gonna have any thoughts on this.
Punkorama band. That's what Lewis says.
That is true. I mean, I know, honestly, man, like, I used to conflate this band with No Use when I was a kid. I had, like, no difference in my mind that they were different bands. So, like, I mean, just from a perspective of, like, I didn't care. So, but I've heard this record before. It's okay. Yeah, so.
That was a Alkaline Trio and Dillinger 4 for some reason with me. They don't sound the same, but I always kept thinking they were the same band because I never really listened to them when I was younger. I couldn't remember who was who. I was like,
Yeah.
Dillinger 4, that's the one who does that Armageddon song, right?
Oh,
I don't know
that's
why,
funny.
just because one was 4, one was Trio. They seem like for some reason they seem like similar band names. I was really younger. And then Dillinger 4 and Dillinger Escape Plan. I couldn't remember which one is the metal one, which one is the punk one.
One of those is terrible. Yeah.
You have any thoughts on this, John, or do we want Elon to let us know the
I'm
merits of why this is in his top 10?
I'm like you, Lewis. I skipped out on this band for most of my life until Dylan's been pushing them hard. So I've been slowly familiarizing myself with the discography. But yeah, I think they're a good band, but I don't have too much to say since I still have quite a bit of listening to do with No Fun at All. But I've been liking them more and more as I dig into the discography.
Sure.
All right.
Big thumbs up from Dylan for that pick.
Yeah.
Top 10 of all time, apparently. So I did not know. But yeah, we got Pennywise Full Circle, which is a solid Pennywise record. It's not my favorite from the 90s. I think I'd put About Time, Straight Ahead, and the first record above this one. At least. I don't know a lot. It sounds, the production is kind of weird on this one. It's not like
it's a very foggy. I don't know.
Yeah, people in the Discord say boxy. Like it feels boxed in.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. But it's a good record. There's great songs on here. Like Nowhere Fast is one of my favorite Pennywise songs, which I believe is on here.
Yeah.
I'm looking up the track list.
A tier. This will be A tier Pennywise for me. I think it's like my 4th favorite.
Okay.
I think I quoted Date with Destiny in my high school yearbook. Like, honestly, I'm like thinking back right now. That's pretty funny. Because I love this record when I was growing up. Yeah. I mean,
Society's on here.
Yeah.
I think this is why everybody always said this was the best Pennywise record when we were growing up because Society was on it. But I mean, in context of the other ones, I agree. But this is a good record. A tier, I would say, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dylan?
It's a good record.
Next.
Next.
We got another weird one here.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
We got NoFX's Heavy Petting Zoo. So I guess like the oddball of the 90s a little bit. I guess there's some weirder ones. If you pick the S&M Airline, was that 90s or technically 80s still? I can't remember.
It's like 89.
Yeah,
Maybe that was
89.
89.
Okay, so yeah.
Yeah, all these picks are between 93 and 98 so far.
Yeah. I mean, Heavy Petting Zoo is like I always say it's like potentially the best NoFX record. I think like the songs are really cool, like the structures of them. It's some of the most interesting stuff they've done instrumentally, like Freedom Like a Shopping Cart, Release the Hostages, Drop the World, The Black and White. It's just like I don't like how Fat Mike sings on this. Like I always feel like he's just like talking in a lot of these songs. Where I feel like in Punk and Drub, like he had a lot more of that, like that oomph and that energy to it. So some of these songs seem a little droning to me. Like he's like, I don't know, stop. Have a beer, and I'm like, it would be better if he went stop. He screamed it. I just always felt like it'd be better.
It's definitely like a prototype for what they did later with their songs, except the songs here are just way better too. I mean, so
yeah, there are some awesome tracks in here. They're written really well. Like it's some of their best riffs too.
This was like my favorite NoFX record when I first got into them. I thought it was really good. And then as I got more, and then I found out that was an unpopular take, and then my taste changed anyway. I mean, I like Public Volume the best, and So Long is way better than this too.
Yes.
But I love this record anyway. I don't get the hate that it gets because I think it's a very serviceable NoFX record. And then obviously,
I don't think it gets hate anymore. It did when it came out, at least.
That cooled down. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
definitely.
people still think it's like a black sheep, but I mean, like when funny with the album, but it's like a black sheep of their discography. But like, I mean, half their records suck now. I mean, so
I mean,
this album like rules, right?
Yeah, and it's a cool thing. It sounds different from their other stuff, so it's cool to have an album that's doing something different, a little slower, a little grungier, NoFX, a little darker sounding. I like it.
Definitely grunge influence up the ass on this record. Love it.
I just sometimes when Fat Mike's singing on this, I'm just like, dude, he's just like nasally talking a couple times. I'm like, I really wish he just like went punk and Drublick or So Long level vocals in a couple of these to give a little bit energy to it. But what do you think, Dylan?
It's a good record.
Next, I'm kidding.
I think it's interesting. His first, what is this? The fourth pick or the fifth pick?
This is the fifth pick.
This is 5. Yeah,
it's 5.
Okay.
Guttermouth, Rancid, No Fun, Pennywise.
The first 4 were pretty much like straightforward skate punk, and then this is like one of the least skate punk NoFX records, aside from like Homophobic and Bleeding Heart Disease and stuff. So I think that's interesting that he picked this for his NoFX. I'm sure maybe he has another NoFX. I said that with someone else's, and they had
So Long.
Drublick and So Long and Thanks for All the Shoes. So maybe he has another NoFX on here. But this is a slightly peculiar choice.
All right. Let's check out the next one here, unless you have something to say, John.
No, I think a lot of how bad NoFX has gotten is kind of put this in like a better light, like Lewis has said. I think this is the most underrated NoFX record. I don't think it's the best though, but I like it though. Yeah. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
There we go, Dylan.
There you go.
There you go, Dylan.
Less than Jake losing streak.
I'm
just saying the album for the people listening. Go ahead, Dylan.
I feel so vindicated right now that he picked this, because this is the best Less Than Jake record. In my opinion, the best ska punk record of all time. Without a doubt. And this should have won the fat bracket, and you guys are all wrong.
Sorry, dude. Yeah, I mean, Losing Streak's an awesome record. It's like a near perfect album. Automatic.
Actually, I think one of you picked Losing Streak too. I
picked Losing Streak.
Yeah, it was me and Lewis.
Elliot is right.
Me and Lewis botched it for everybody.
And
I don't even remember what we did.
Up Ivy.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah.
Or it wasn't the Fat Records. Sorry, it was the ska bracket. Yeah.
Ska punk, third wave ska,
Yeah.
and then whatever it turned into, the Fat Rack bracket.
Yeah, not the Capitol
whatever.
Records bracket.
I mean, this isn't the best Less Than Jake record, so I'm fine with it. But
Yeah.
I think Hello Rockview blows this one out of the water personally. But this is a great record. Like, don't get me wrong. So this is an excellent pick. But yeah, I'd always go Rockview. I think Rockview is Less Than Jake's like perfect record. I don't think they'll ever match it.
I mean, I get it. I mean, I feel like Rockview and Losing Streak kind of go back and forth with me sometimes. I definitely don't think Rockview blows it out of the water. I think it's pretty close.
It does. Rockview, Anthem, Losing Streak.
The raw energy of Losing Streak cannot be matched by the
I think I'm in line with John's.
Oh,
sorry.
Anthem's
I think
great.
I'm in John's order.
Yeah, Anthem's awesome. That used to be my favorite. Sometimes still is. So, but let's go to the next one and check it out. And we've got Green Day's Insomniac.
Man.
Yeah.
You've seen. I feel
All
like
right, he's on a roll now.
Yeah.
Let John get the first chat because
Go ahead, John.
this is the record he has something to say.
Yeah, I mean, well, I know this is Dylan's favorite Green Day. I don't know, man. Like, this is definitely the one I listen to the most. I have absolutely no issue. I could say this maybe now in 2024 my favorite Green Day record. And I'll say what I've said 1,000 times. I think Dookie has the standouts. This one has the consistency. And it's probably in my top 10 albums of all time as well. So this is a great pick. S tier Green Day, S tier punk rock album.
So far he's got 3 of the same top 10 of all time as me. So Fleeting Chaos, we are on the same wavelength here, buddy.
That's just Dylan's alt account, actually.
Yeah, this might just be Dylan's.
That's why you guys don't know who it is. I had to throw in the Pennywise as like a change up to throw you guys off.
Yeah, I went back to look at. Yeah, I looked at the Discord chat though. He said a lot of sexually aggressive stuff, Dylan. So I mean, like, you remember?
Hey, it is what it is, man.
Yeah, a lot of stuff about animals and about wearing some sort of fox costume in his spare time. But let's go to the.
I'm a furry, part-time furry.
Well, let's go to the next album here. We've said enough about Insomniac.
I love that record. Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. He might actually be me.
I'm telling you, bro. So we've got Frenzal Rhomb's Meet the Family, and I think it's your favorite up there, like top 2 at least, Dylan, right?
This is another in my top 10 records. I can I'll have to find it. I have it in an article on Dying Scene, and you can see this is.
Yeah, I mean, Mom Changed the Locks is like one of the best Frenzal Rhomb songs in my opinion. I think it's an awesome album opener as well. This is like
no bird attack. I'm not interested. Sorry, guys. No, I think this is okay.
Be Still My Beating Off, Ship of Beers,
Mr. Charisma.
Which
one?
Are
you fully sold, Elliot? Or are you a hack now for Frenzal Rhomb too? You're joining the ranks.
I've always liked Frenzal Rhomb. I always liked Frenzal. Been a Frenzal Rhomb fan for a while. Yeah, they were like the obscure band on Fat that I decided to get really into and buy all their records before my parents threw them all away. But this is the first Frenzal Rhomb record I ever bought. Second was Sans Souci, which I think is the best Frenzal Rhomb record.
Yeah,
So,
I think I like all the post Sans Souci, including that, better than this one. This is where Dylan and I don't see eye to eye on Frenzal. I think the newer Frenzal is much better than this, but I think this is a charming and fine record. But it's like B tier Frenzal for me.
It's two different things though. Like this is a different I don't know, same band, but like it's like they're on a different wavelength now with the last few records.
Sure.
So they're like to be enjoyed for different reasons.
This is like their first accessible record, I feel like. I mean, the other ones, I like them as well.
Yeah,
popping up in store, but it's like the first like mainstream-ish kind of record. But
I don't know about that, but
it's good.
Yeah,
not mainstream,
got
but
like
whatever.
They've got like those phases where it's like up to Sans Souci is like kind of like rough punk, and then you got Sans Souci and Malcolm Young are kind of more refined, and then you've got like the last few which are way, like, for me, faster, heavier, and I like them better personally. But yeah,
the production's
they're all
the best
good.
on the newest 3, but I just feel like Sans Souci has the better songs overall. But yeah, let's get to the next one here.
That's enough, friends.
And there you go. MXPX Slowly Going the Way of the Buffalo. So another Dylan and John pick here.
Yeah, this is a great
record. This record's pretty good.
This is my number 2. My number 2 MXPX. I this may be number 1 on any given day, but there's so many good like standouts. Like I'm Not Okay is on this one. Set the Record Straight. I don't have Spotify open, so I can't see them. But this was
My House Be There.
Yeah, this was my favorite for a long time. This is a great record.
I thought this was your favorite. Which is Ever Passing
Yeah,
Moment?
Ever Passing is.
Okay.
I have it like just slightly. They're pretty even though.
All right, Dylan, what you got to say about MXPX?
I have Life in General. I would put over this, but this would probably be second.
Okay.
And it's a respectable pick nonetheless. You got Tomorrow's Another Day.
Yes, yeah.
Party My House Be There, and then which one's the instrumental one?
Theme
Is
Fiasco.
it Downfall?
Theme Fiasco.
Downfall of West.
Here.
Oh, Theme Fiasco.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's a great record. So respectable.
Solid 90s pop punk record. But I don't. You have too much to say about MXPX, Lewis.
I liked them better when they were called Magnified Plaid. You know my opinion on this. I'm just kidding. They're MXPX is one of those bands that never click with me. But like I said, I liked that new record quite a bit, and I probably should go back and listen to these again. I'm sure I'll like them, but
You like the record that John and Dylan hate. It's so funny.
I do. I love. What is it? Up All Night? Is that the one?
No, it's Stay.
That's a song.
Stay Up All Night.
Yeah, that's
I don't
something
know.
Home. I can't remember.
I like that. I like that album. I thought it was a good listen. But
Find a Way Home is the album.
Yes.
I thought that was okay. Yeah, I thought it was okay.
Yeah,
I don't hate it, but it's no Slowly Going the Way of the Buffalo.
Oh.
I guess you have to listen to Slowly Going the Way of the Buffalo, Lewis.
I guess I will.
Oh, I've listened
Here
to it,
is.
but probably
Hold on,
not in
before you
20
do
years.
it.
Let's see.
Before you do it, John, this is number 1. This is his number 1 punk record of all time.
Can we
Drum
make a
roll,
prediction?
please.
All right.
Hold on.
Go
Can
ahead.
we make a prediction?
Go ahead.
Strung Out, Suburban Teenage Wasteland Blues.
Okay, Lewis, do you have a prediction? Because I already know what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
I don't know. Lagwagon.
Hold on.
Okay.
Let me give a hint to them. If this is a major
Okay.
label album.
Major
Dookie.
label. Yeah, I mean that would be my guess when you said it too, but it's not going to be that.
All right,
Let's see.
let's reveal it.
Jawbreaker, 24-Hour Revenge.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah, Dude
That's a-
Ranch
that's not
by
a major label.
Blink-182.
Yes, it is.
That's
It was-
Cargo Records. Is that a major?
It's MCA.
Subsidiary of the MCA, yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, so this is I
wasn't
think
there.
I think we said like probably one of the most consistently good Blink records. Like there's not like really a bad song on it at all. I think John likes Enema the best, but this one is like one of the most. Well, you listen to it and you're like, there's no bad songs in here. It's probably their most solid record, at least consistency wise.
Yeah. Once Travis joined the band, everything went downhill.
The last good Blink-182.
Unironically true, though.
Yeah. There's not much to say bad about this record. I prefer Enema. I mean, Enema is kind of like the album that came out like right as I was like
Yeah.
coming of age. If there was a movie
Yes.
about my life, that would have been the album, probably part of it. But
I mean, I'd probably.
is-
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
no, you're cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd probably put Enema and Takeoff over Dude Ranch, but Dude Ranch is a fine third. So
Yeah, can't argue.
Yeah.
It's got Damn It on it, right? So
it's got Damn It on it.
And Josie.
It's got Damn It. That's all you need to know.
And
And Josie,
Josie.
I mean,
Yeah.
The all-time best Blink-182 song is on here, though, and it's not those. It's Waggy.
Yeah, Waggy's awesome.
Best song.
Covered by
Let
Krang.
us, man.
Yes. Yeah, the Krang cover is killer.
Yeah.
That octave part is so infectious.
Infectiously catchy. One of my favorite things to say when describing
Yeah,
an album.
I don't know that I would have this over Insomniac, though, personally.
No, me neither.
no, it's no chance.
But
I would
this is
reorder a lot of these.
yeah,
but-
this is I think this is by far the best of any of these that we've done so far.
Yeah, I think this one's awesome. I think this
Unbiased.
is like, yeah. I mean, I think we were a little generous on the ones before, but I'd give this like a solid I guess a solid 8 out of 10. I feel like there's some choices could have been a little different, but all of these bands are good. Like Guttermouth breaching a top 10 is wild to me, but some people love them that much. I like Guttermouth, but I don't know if I'm being honest. Like I don't think Guttermouth is breaching a top 20. Even they're my favorite record by them.
I like the. I mean, it is relatively diverse. It's
And relative, it's all the it's all the 90s. Every record's from the 90s,
Right.
but yeah,
And we got some
diverse.
we got some weird picks in there. We got a lot of different style bands. I like it. I think for some of the bands that were picked, I think there's definitely better albums. I'll give it like a 7.5. Like I think it's a
7.5.
solid pick. It would never be close to mine though.
All right,
it has
Dylan.
it has losing streak, therefore it is a 10 out of 10.
All right.
Despite that mediocre Rancid album being on here.
John.
Yeah. I mean, the band mix is a 10. I
Yeah.
would say that. The album mix, which is what this is, I like all these albums. So I'd give it a 9. I give it a 9 out of 10. Like I'm not complaining if this playlist comes on whatsoever. So
That's true. I wouldn't be upset if like a song from every one of these records came on a
Yeah.
playlist in succession. So
Little
get
bit
that.
too much pop punk for me, so I'm gonna give it this. I think I'm comfortable with my 7.5, but I respect it.
that's fair. It's fair.
Noted
all right.
pop punk band Pennywise.
Yeah. As from
I'm sure
one of the lists
somebody-
we reacted
Yes,
to.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Unknown Road was like a top 50 pop punk record according
This
to like,
one
what is it,
song-
Rolling Stone.
How about fuck you, Dylan? Because I said there's just a little bit too much pop punk on it. We're good.
I'm just saying, it's
No.
funny if a punk band has a song on an album that has like a decent chorus, like a
No,
kind of
we-
like with some pop sensibility, the one chorus, they're like pop punk.
Well, no. Also, we were literally reacted to a top 50 pop punk records from Rolling Stone, and they put Pennywise "Unknown Road" on there.
Yeah,
that's pretty
That
funny.
is a terrible pick.
Yeah.
And a
Oh,
terrible
they-
Pennywise record.
yeah, it's one of the it's like bottom 3 Pennywise records.
People
Yeah, it's
love
like the one that
It's
all the
crazy.
Pennywise fans come in their pants for.
Yeah.
It's the one I haven't.
I
listened
know
to
everyone
since I
talks
was
about
a
Unknown Road a
child,
lot.
I know
But,
a lot of people gave me shit when I said that the lyrics are like shallow or whatever, and they're like, "Oh, listen to Unknown Road, bro. That's crazy, introspective, whatever." Like, fuck you.
we love introspection. But
Yes.
we'll wrap up this top 10 here. This was Fleeting Chaos's top 10 punk records of all time. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like the video. It helps the channel. And join the Discord if you want to drop your top 10, and we'll get around to it eventually at some point, maybe next year.
Yeah, at this point, right?
We have a lot of
Yeah.
these to do.
After these 19 different streams that we have to do, coordinating 4 dudes' schedules, it's a good time, fellas.
So congratulations, Fleeting Chaos. You were selected by the randomizer, so we'll see who's selected next. But thanks for tuning in, guys, and peace out.